A word for the day is visit. And I visited a few places in my lifetime, and there are a few places I like more than the rest, like especially here in Pakistan. There are different reasons why we visit different places, but where I am with the pros and cons list is where I would prefer to be. The only bad thing I have with the place I live in, I mean, there are two things. So I live an hour out of the city, so it has a more artificial feeling to it. It's not like in the culture and the vibe of the city. And secondly, the food generally here and in the main city is not true authentic Desi food that I really like. But in terms of if I remove the food aspect of it, like obviously there are like decent spots here and I get to satisfy my cravings and get through that. But leaving that as food aspect aside, the environment, the peace of mind, the just peace, right? No electricity shortage, no water problems as critical or as bad as it is in other places. That those are more important things that I need for survival. And most importantly, even above that, is the air quality. The air is pretty terrible in Lahore, and the weather condition is pretty extreme in Karachi. So for those reasons, those two places are gone. And for that reason, I'm like, yeah, I prefer to be here, and it's a good place, especially sometimes when I go with some family to the snowy side up to the mountain side up to Murray and enjoy the food there. They have some great restaurants up in Murray also, and yeah, it's just to seeing different cultures all around. It's interesting. I've watched a few videos of different cultures. I remember watching a documentary by Dwight Schrute, the actor who plays no, not Dwight Schrute, the Ryan Wilson who played the character of Dwight Schrute on The Office. Can't believe I just said the character name as a real person's name. I was like I loved Dwight a lot, and so he had a show called How to Find Happiness or something along the lines. The topic was happiness, and then he looked up the data and he found seven of the most happiest countries on earth. And his documentary was all about what makes these people the most happiest, what makes them stand different from other places, like what's different about here. And each country has its own flavor of happiness. It wasn't the same thing, but it all, for at least what I take from that, was it was all defined behind purpose. I remember there was he was with a Taiwanese lady and she was describing her routine and her life. She was I think they call it a tuk tuk over there. She was a tuk tuk driver as a day job, and as a night she was a financial influencer to her demographic in her region, and she had a lot of traction going on. And Ryan Wilson was talking to her about how do you manage all of this, why do you do it, what's her drive, and the way she just talked about purpose and how she has been through some losses herself, and she wants others not to go through what she has been through. It's its purpose was the answer behind all those seven countries, is that some way or the other, in unity, in community, in serving others not for selfish reasons. Even for me in my own experience, that has been true. When I've truly felt purposeful is when I felt the happiest. And purpose in the moment is effort, is hard work, is doing what I don't want to do. But even a few hours down the line, not even like days or weeks or months, but just a few minutes, a few hours of hard work, I'm like, I feel good when I did something purposeful. And happiness is a byproduct. That's what I take away from that.